Hello everybody, and today we're going to be playing some ARMA 3. Now, instead of doing any of the showcases or boot camps or any of that, I'm just going to show you guys some things about the editor. And some useful things that I think everyone should know about the editor, and things that I didn't know when I first played it. So, start off, I'm assuming you guys have basic knowledge of the editor. I'm not going over things that have happened in the tutorial. So, first of all, I'm going to show you guys how to play as a character, and not whenever you play scenario, you enter this, Splendid Camera. It's useful, of course, but, well, I want to play. So, what you do, you have one of two options. One I highly recommend, one I don't. At least for what I do. Let's take Marksman, for example. This is going to be our unit. He's going to spawn right there. This is our guy. We're going to do a basic loadout for this. And then we have an enemy over here. Let's put him behind a wall. So you go to props, walls, military. Let's do a big H bear. Right there. That's perfect. And let's put our guy. Let's put our bad guy. So let's do a rifleman. Auto rifleman. There you go. He's right here. And he's just chilling, doing his own thing. If we press play, we'll play as either this person, we'll play as, I'm pretty sure we'll play as the camera editor. So, see, Splendid Camera. These are both NPCs right now. They cannot be controlled by anyone or anything. Now, I am going to make them playable. What playable means is that you can play as them, but it's not that simple. Playable. Okay, play scenario. We'll play as one of the, I see. So we can play as one of the two. You can play as this character, play as the character, you do this. But if you wanted to designate the player, you would have to do something else. Being playable is different from being the player. So, if you designate someone as the player, well, they'll be the player. You will spawn on as them every single time, and I do not think there can be two players. I may be wrong. Pretty sure if you have two players, then you'll just kind of pick between the two. So, as you can see, every single time I press play scenario, I'll light up as this guy. Every single time. I'm not going to show it, but it's every single time. Second, that's a very useful thing. Secondly, I'm going to be showing you guys how to get in jets. When I first spawned my first jet in, this might be pretty simple for you. So it might be very, very surprising. You might think your game is bugged, or you might not. So let's take the A64 wipeout. Let's say I want to get in here. Let's play here. I can't get in. It's not letting me. Or you might have this problem. Some guy spawns inside it. Some guy spawns inside it. That might be a problem you have too. The way you fix it is basically either just delete the pilot or uncheck this box. I'd recommend both. If you forgot to uncheck it and it's checked, uncheck it. Secondly, you saw how I couldn't get in? That wasn't because he was in here. It was because it was locked. When it's locked by default, it's locked for you. Now, one of two things. You can have it unlocked so that anyone can get in, or you can be a group leader, or I believe this is another way you could have it, where you sync the object up someone else. Here. Then if I press play, I believe it will be unlocked, but I may be wrong. Yep. If it's synced towards you, then it's unlocked for you. So, that's a useful thing to have. Or you could just do unlocked for all. I prefer this. Now, secondly. Another thing is... Actually, I probably shouldn't have done that. Another thing is boxes. Boxes are well, they're boxes. They contain things. But I've always wanted to put things in the boxes that isn't just the default things. So let me take an example. Let's do a basic weapons. You get in the game, open the box, you rearm, get your ammo back. It's just the normal weapons, which, I mean, isn't a bad thing, but I want something special. I want something different. Here's what you can do. Right click, attributes, you're going to be doing this a lot in this game with Eden. And you'll go to equipment storage, and you can press up and down for each of these. I believe it's unlimited space, but I might be wrong. You can even press clear to get rid of them all. So let's say I wanted, I want a rifle. So I'll have red ACO, ACO, and I'll have, I don't know, I'll get myself a SPAR. Or no, I shall get myself one of these. What's this? SPAR. And then I'll get some binoculars and some nods. And you get the point. You can get whatever you want. Then you press OK. Get in the game. And what do you know? What's in the box? It's all the stuff we wanted. This is a premium weapon. But I don't have the DLC. But yeah, you can put these on, whatever you want. And that. But there's another very useful thing that you can do on both this box and you. But I would honestly say doing it on the box. You can clear it. You can put anything in the box while doing this, but what you need to go is into init. What you type in here is this. Copy that in. You might want to actually save that into Notepad or Word, because this is a very useful command. It's called Armory. Or no, Arsenal. You go into the game, right? Click on the box. Arsenal. You can access the virtual arsenal mid-game. You can add in things that you want. That, in my opinion, is awesome. You can add that in, and then you just close. And what do you know? It's working. This is a super duper useful feature. I cannot tell you how many times I've used this feature in the game. Cannot recommend anything more. But another thing you can do, which is even cooler in my opinion, I click on the player, attributes, paste the same command in, and what do you know? Arsenal. Just at your disposal, anywhere. This is a super duper useful thing. It's very good to know. You should know this. Next is going to be basically just this tool in particular, area widget and area scaling widget. I used to have no idea what these were until I realized it's this. You go to triggers. Let's do trigger in general. This is how you use area scaling widget. Very useful. Very, very useful. So I could have the trigger in here. And, I don't know, I can modify the trigger. You could even probably put this in. And then, once you're in the trigger, you may be able to do that. Let's see. Although it may break the game, which is very well possible. Let's see what happens. Nothing. Oh well. It is kind of something completely unrelated, so I guess that makes sense. So, that's gonna be about it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. See you next time. Goodbye!